Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shifts. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want us to talk about growth. All right. As we wind up this year, it's important that I touch on mindset as it relates to growth and growth as it relates to mindset. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Growth is always uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Choose to grow daily. Growth is always uncomfortable, but it is absolutely necessary. Choose to grow every single day. Choose to grow daily. This particular moment is yours. A pause, a reset, a chance to lean into something that can change the direction of your life if only you allow it. Today's message is direct, it's honest, and it is demanding, I believe, in the best way possible. Growth is always uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Choose to grow today. Choose to grow every single day. That sentence carries a truth that many people admire from a distance, but they avoid in practice. Growth sounds inspiring until it asks something from you, until it demands discipline from you, until it stretches your abilities, until it stretches your habits, until it disrupts your comfort, until it challenges your identity, until it confronts your excuses. Growth is celebrated in results, yet resisted in process. So today, we are going to sit with the process. Growth has never been gentle, all right? It has never been tidy. It has never been convenient. Growth presses. Growth stretches, growth interrupts, growth exposes, growth demands adjustment. If growth felt comfortable, everyone would pursue it consistently. If growth felt easy, discipline will be unnecessary. If growth felt familiar, transformation will be common. See, the discomfort you feel when you stretch beyond your current capacity is not a warning sign. All right, it is confirmation. Discomfort does not mean something is wrong. Discomfort often means something is working. When muscle, for example, when muscle grows, they tear before they strengthen. When perspectives mature, old assumptions break. When character develops, pressure reveals weak spots. Growth rearranges you before it rewards you. See, comfort is not a goal in life. Purpose is. Many people aim for comfort, then they hope that growth will follow. Life really works that way. Comfort preserves what exists. Growth creates what does not yet exist. Comfort keeps you safe. Growth makes you capable. Comfort protects your routine. Growth challenges your routine. A life built around comfort stays predictable. A life built around growth stays purposeful. Comfort is appealing, yet it has limits. Growth expands those limits. The moment you start protecting comfort more than progress, your development stalls. You may stay busy, but you may even stay occupied. You may stay entertained. Still, growth slows to a crawl. Progress often asks questions comfort never will. What must change? What must be learned? What must be released? What must be rebuilt? Who must I become next? What am I becoming right now? These questions don't feel cozy. They feel necessary. See, growth really announces itself clearly. It often shows up disguised as something you would rather avoid. A difficult conversation, a challenging assignment, a season of uncertainty, a stretch role, a humbling failure, a sharp lesson, a moment that forces reflection. In those moments, the instinct is resistance. The mind searches for exits, the body tightens, the ego protects. Yet, those moments carry instruction, even when your ego is protesting. Growth doesn't always feel like progress when you are inside it. It often feels like confusion, strain, or doubt. Only later does clarity arrive. You don't grow by waiting for ideal conditions. You grow by responding well to imperfect ones. Growth is not an event also. It's important that you listen to that. It is a practice. Many people wait for big moments to change their lives. They look for breakthroughs, turning points, dramatic shifts. Those moments can happen, all right? Yet, they really last without daily commitment. Small choices made consistently will shape character more than grand decisions made once. Daily growth looks quiet. Reading a few pages, reflecting honestly, adjusting one habit, choosing discipline over impulse, asking better questions, listening instead of reacting, practicing patience, taking responsibility, doing the hard thing again today. These choices don't trend online. They don't attract applause. They do something far better though. They change who you are becoming. See, resistance is part of the process. So you expect resistance. I want you to even welcome it. Resistance shows up as procrastination. Resistance shows up as doubt, shows up as rationalization, shows up as fatigue, shows up as distraction. Resistance does not mean you are incapable, okay? It means you are on the edge of expansion. The mind prefers familiarity. Growth introduces the unfamiliar. So, resistance is the mind's attempt to protect you from uncertainty. You don't eliminate resistance by avoiding growth. No, you weaken resistance by moving forward anyway. Each time you choose growth in the presence of resistance, you are training your courage. Over time, courage becomes part of your identity. See, growth also begins with truth, and that is very vital. You cannot change what you refuse to examine. Growth requires honest self-assessment. You cannot strengthen what you deny exists. You cannot elevate what you won't acknowledge. Honest reflection can feel uncomfortable. It exposes gaps between who you are and who you intend to become. That discomfort serves a purpose. It points to opportunity. Self-awareness is not self-criticism, all right? You need to hear that. It is self-respect. It says, I care enough about my future to face my present honestly. Daily growth asks simple yet powerful questions. What did I learn today? Where did I respond well today? Where did I fall short right now? What adjustment will I make tomorrow? What adjustment will I even make today? These questions shape your direction. All right, and growth also changes how you see challenges. When growth becomes a daily choice, challenges stop feeling like threats. They begin to feel like assignments. A difficult person becomes a lesson in patience. A demanding task becomes a lesson in focus. A setback becomes a lesson in resilience. A delay becomes a lesson in preparation. A mistake becomes a lesson in humility. This shift does not remove difficulty. It gives difficulty meaning. Meaning changes endurance, all right? People quit when pain feels pointless. People persist, on the other hand, when pain feels purposeful. And you need to understand as we go today that growth requires letting go. You cannot grow while holding tightly to everything familiar. Growth requires release. Old habits that no longer serve you, you release them. Old narratives that limit you, you release them. Old identities that keep you small, you release them. Old comforts that block your progress, you release them. Old fears dressed as caution, released. Letting go can feel like loss sometimes, but in reality, it creates space for new skills, space for new perspectives, space for stronger discipline, space for deeper confidence, space for clarity. You do not lose yourself in growth, you uncover yourself. So as we go today, it is important for you to understand that growth is personal. It is not comparative. Growth is not a race. It is alignment. Do you understand me? So you don't need perfect conditions. You don't need permission. You don't need certainty. You need willingness. Willingness to become uncomfortable, to learn, to adjust, to persist. Growth meets you where you are. It asks you to move forward from there to the place